Stop. If you're a virgin, wait, what the hell is this script? If you're a virgin, you probably liked the beginning of this video, but seeing as I marketed this with Street Fighter, I probably pissed off a lot of Street Fighter players because they're usually above the age of like 25. And I'm making a childish joke already, and that's good, because by being angry, we can talk about how not to be angry when playing fighting games. Everybody gets mad when things don't work out the way that we hope. It's natural to feel emotions when you care, you know? That's why anger, most of the time, comes from expectations, what you expect. You care about your rank, or you care about playing well, or you care about how others see you, so you want to win. But when you don't win, it hurts a little, and you don't win some more, and then you actually get kind of pissed. It all stems from caring, so that is a good thing. But you only actually get mad when something doesn't meet the expectations that you've put up. For example, I genuinely believe I have one of the best mentalities, like actually, when it comes to gaming, period. But I've been playing Street Fighter 6 for the first time, and I've been getting pissed. I set up this expectation where before I go back to my main game, which is Granblue, once the DLC drops, I want to hit a high rank in Street Fighter, even though I've legit never played it before. I've only ever mashed on the game. This expectation suddenly put a lot of weight on the experience, so naturally, stuff started to just anger me, when usually it wouldn't. I started to notice anti-airs were way different than they are in Granblue. Like, you don't explode for jumping, you have to anti-air with a lot of the characters, have to anti-air with a DP input. And then there's these scrubs that can just like cross me up and force me to input it differently, which is a crosscut DP. Or I take like 30% of my HP. Jumping is obviously a lot stronger in Street Fighter than other games, simply because you take a lot of damage and you don't get a lot off anti-airing someone. Normally, I would accept these things as just part of the game, but instead of embracing new concepts, they just became annoying situations this game came up with in the way of the goal I had set up for myself. You know, it's simple to know what you're supposed to think. Embrace the game's concepts. Embrace the fact that you don't understand everything. Give improvement time because you have to be consistent. It all makes sense when you put it into simple words, but it's the situations we put ourselves in that dictate whether we feel these things. If you're logging on to play for a few hours and you're close to a new rank, you're gonna get pissed a lot easier because you're in a situation where you're expecting to rank up soon. Even if you don't consciously believe you can achieve it, or you consciously know, like, it's okay, like, I'm not gonna get mad, it's in the back of your mind that you could rank up this session. It comes out emotionally one way or another, you know, which is fine. But we don't have to put ourselves in certain situations, like expecting to get good quick, self-report right there. And the way we view the situations we are forced into, like being close to a new rank, can impact everything. Imagine there's two players. You know that Johnny, Timmy, and Spike shit? I'm doing a little bit of that right now. So imagine there's two players, Johnny and Tommy, and they're both about to hit Diamond. Johnny grinds out a session and doesn't hit Diamond. He got reaction checked a bunch of times by jump-ins, drive impacts, all the bullshit, and says, this game should not have such degenerate systems. Tommy grinds out a session, doesn't hit Diamond, gets reaction checked a bunch of times by bullshit, jump-ins, drive impact, and says the game has systems different from his main game. He also says that these new skills, some of the new stuff he's experiencing, is pissing him off, but he drills out some stuff. He drills out reacting to jump-ins, he drills out some drive impact stuff. So obviously Tommy just sounds like he's thinking about the game from a more nerdy or a more forgiving perspective, but they actually were both somewhat angry with the reaction checks they faced. The thing is, Tommy didn't let his levels of anger get too high, because he tried figuring out what to do about it. It turns out that looking towards solutions in a frustrating situation helps soothe the anger a bit, because now you have at least come out of the situation with something to implement for next time. You might fail a test, right? But if you learn what went wrong after that test, you'll probably not be as angry, compared to if you had no idea what had happened. Anger comes from expectation, but it also comes from ignorance or just not knowing what the hell happened. And that's what most people grinding ranked in games feel in general, like they don't know what happened, which is why reviewing or asking questions is very important. It might feel like pandering to hear some of these things, but at the end of the day, nobody else cares if you say, this game is dog shit, out loud for the 1000th time. And that is a self-report, by the way. You'll be the one suffering alone, man, and it'll probably just annoy people if they're around you. Nothing actually has any meaning except for the meaning that we give it, so it's okay to have expectations. But make them have less weight, or shift your perspective to something more reflective so you can think about what happened. It's also okay to not know what happened, but not seeking out the answers is just going to make you more angry. I believe the key to stop tilting, stop getting mad while playing fighting games, is to put out fires before they're allowed to fester. Sometimes you can't control things that happen, right? And certain stuff that makes you mad. Like, yes, you can shift your perspective to okay, let me accept what's going on in the game, right? But some stuff is just gonna piss you off sometimes, and it'll get to a boiling point. And you can control what that boiling point is. And ideally, it's something high, but it makes no sense to be an emotionless robot. It's just the level to which you feel these emotions, you know? Don't let them get out of control by taking the right actions before you feel mad, or when you actually do feel mad through action and perspective. There's obviously the factor of IRL stuff impacting the game, but in that case, let's be real, you kind of have a bigger cookie to crumble than what's going on in the video game, you know? Other than that, you know, taking breaks obviously does help, but I've experienced it myself where I've taken breaks, I've came back, and I've been fucking pissed at some stuff that has been happening. Now I have already talked about accepting how the game functions, right? Sure, some stuff can piss you off, like, oh, you know, I can't react to Drive Rush Cancel, or Drive Impact is so bullshit, or like, you lose so much resource when burning out, or for me, jump-ins are so strong in this game. But if you're not willing to accept some of those factors, you probably shouldn't be playing the game, right? You can play other games that more cater to what you like, but if you're going through game and game to game, and you are still having this opinion of, wow, X thing is bullshit, realization, buddy. Or realization, my friend. Every game is going to have some bullshit that you have to either accept. Like, it doesn't matter what video game you play, there's going to be stuff that is BS in that game. And being able to just be like, okay, this is just a BS factor in this game, I'm not going to get mad with it, I am going to accept that it exists, and I'm not going to let it rule me emotionally. I'm just going to play around it. That is a big deal. So, you know, there's a lot of elements to not tilting and not getting angry, and I think we've covered a few of them, right? We've covered expectation, right? If you're expecting to hit a new rank, you're expecting the game systems to be a certain way, or you're expecting to play a certain way, you're expecting things to pan out in your favor, then you can get a lot more angry. So being able to work on your expectations, or even if you want to keep certain expectations, like a goal you set for yourself, being reflective through action and perspective, right? Not allowing yourself to be ignorant, because you can actually review, you can ask questions, and then also shifting your perspectives on how you view things, so it can accept mechanics better. Those are the main ways I think you can deal with expectation in any game, not just fighting games. So I really genuinely hope that you enjoyed this video, and if it helped at all, or if you have an opinion on handling anger in fighting games, let me know what is up in the comments. I'd love to make more videos where we talk about meta topics like this, like mentality, because I just love mentality talk. I love this kind of other conversations. So yeah.
Bye!